Thank you, fellas. Just finish that dive and then come out. So just let the bonus lad in 8 finish his swim. There we are, and that concludes the warm-up. We'll get underway in just a wee moment. Just before we do so, just your attention for the health and safety. In the event of an emergency, siren will sound. Staff will direct you to the nearest exit. Just check where the exits are. Keep these clear at all times. Do not sit in the stairways. No glass items or outdoor footwear poolside. And swimmers leaving poolside, please dry off as best you can if you're coming up the steps here, and wear appropriate clothing and footwear. No mobile phones in the toilet, showers or changing areas. Anyone wishing to take any videos, if you're doing that, you may post these on your club website if you wish to do so. Otherwise, you cannot share these on any other social media. So welcome everyone to the live stream. So welcome everyone joining us at the live stream. Commentating this afternoon, Wendy Kirk, Jackie Smith and myself, Robert Taylor. Just introduce our senior officials for this afternoon. Our referees, Sheena McCall and Craig MacDonald. Our starters are Mark Scott and John Cole. So the meet is for swimmers that have not got times fast enough to qualify for the Scottish National Short Course, which takes place next weekend at the Commonwealth Pool in Edinburgh, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We've had some very fast times from the swimmers this morning, so hopefully we'll have a lot of fast times this afternoon. Swimmers 11 and over compete. And we get underway very shortly with the girls 12 and over 400 metres individual medley. That will follow with the boys 12 and over 400 IM. All the other events will be open to 11 and overs. Just remind coaches that could you ensure that your swimmers are up at least 10 minutes before they're due to race, so that any reserves can get slotted in. We had some empty lanes this morning, so those swimmers got slotted in. So if you can do that, that would be much appreciated. So just running through the session. Girls and boys 400 IM, then we have 100 free girls and boys, 200 butterfly follows, 50 back, 100 butterfly, 200 free, 50 breaststroke, and we conclude with the girls 11 and over 200 individual medley. Just give you an idea of lightly finished times. We're hoping that we'll be finished maybe just a little bit after 4, assuming that we don't have any problems with the electronics. So virtually a full 3-hour session this afternoon. So as you can see, those of you on the live stream, hopefully you'll notice the swimmers just making their way over to the starting positions, and we'll get underway in just a wee moment. So 100 of each stroke: butterfly, back, breast, and free. So in lane 1 we have Lucy Adams from Cumbernauld, 2 Caitlin Frame, Grangemouth, 3 Honor McCarty, Inverclyde, 4 Anna Campbell, City of Glasgow, 5 Erin Lockley, Stranraer Stingrays, 6 is Leiden Hoyt from Cumbernauld, 7 Cameron Copeland from Cumbernauld, and 8 Amy Dobson from Kingston. All these girls' entry times are just over 6 minutes, 2 to 6:44. Nice strong start in the middle lane from Anna Campbell. Also going very well is Caitlin Frame, yellow cap of Grangemouth. Those girls clear the moment. Going also pretty well, Erin Lockley from Stranraer in lane number 5. So coming down towards the first 100. And about a body length advantage that Anna has over Caitlin. Turning in 45.05 for that last 50, so 1:19.54. She's got just over half a second advantage. Erin a little bit further back. So 4 lengths of backstroke. Let's see if some of these girls can pull back on the leading 2. The moment Caitlin Frame certainly enjoying the backstroke section. She's pulled well clear of Anna. She was half a second behind after the butterfly, but already 42.01 is against 46.14, so she's gained 4 seconds on that first 50, and I would suggest she'd be maybe 7 seconds clear at halfway. 2:02.09. She's got 3.5 second advantage now. And Lockley 5 seconds further back in 3rd place, with Honor McCarty from Inverclyde in 4th. I'd expect Honor to come through strongly in the second section on the breaststroke. Inverclyde produced a cracking number of breaststrokers. And there we have the halfway mark. Caitlin, 2:42.44, has over 7 seconds advantage.
So it is still Caitlin leading the field. And looking behind her, it's Anna Campbell, Erin Lockery in 2nd and 3rd. That's 6 seconds of a difference between the girls in 2nd and 3rd. As Caitlin comes up to turn at the 250. So the 2 lengths of a breaststroke to do. Time there, 3:31.19. So Caitlin's entry time here, 6:19.45. In behind her, Anna Campbell, City of Glasgow, 6:04.14 as her entry time this afternoon. But Anna's certainly being challenged now by the 12-year-old from Stranraer, Erin Lockery. And indeed, Erin has now got the advantage going into the turn. So a body length ahead of Anna Campbell. But Caitlin Frame turns at 300 metres. She's got 100 metres to go. Turn time there, 4:19.59. As one of the two youngest swimmers in the field this afternoon, Erin Lockery, has got herself firmly into second place after the breaststroke leg. 4 lengths still to go, and in behind her comes Anna Campbell. Amy Dobson in 4th, Honor McCarty in 5th. Could change, but it's certainly not going to change for our leader, Caitlin Frame. Caitlin has 2 lengths to go, and she is firmly in first place, leading this field from the start, and has continued to do so and build on that lead throughout the race. As she goes into the final turn and heads for home. And looking in behind her, it is the Stranraer swimmer in 2nd, City of Glasgow 3rd, Anna Campbell. So Erin Lockery, Anna Campbell have 2 lengths to go. In behind them, Amy Dobson, Cameron Copeland. As Caitlin comes in, she's finished her race this afternoon in a time of 5:31.30. Very good time on her entry time. She'll be well pleased with that. But look behind, look what's happening in the centre of the pool now. It's a battle for second place. Can Erin hold off Anna? Looks like she's going to as she comes into the closing staging, and that's Erin Lockery in second place, 6:02.97. In behind her, Anna Campbell, 6:03.50. Fourth and fifth, a 100th of a second there. That's also a very close, tight between those two girls. Fiercely fought for that position. Those positions, rather. As Alice Adam comes in to complete her race this afternoon. And in behind her, Cameron Copeland. And we move on to Heat 2. And up, just to confirm that heat there, there was a disqualification in lane 4 for a technical infraction. So the finish order, Caitlin Frame, Erin Lockery, and that moves Honor McCarty up into 3rd in a time of 6:05.36.
Okay, move on to the second heat of the girls. And in lane 0, we have Lucy Hunter from Motherwell. Lane 1, Lisa McNair from Grangemouth. Lane 3, Ayla Cochrane from City of Glasgow. Lane 4, Victoria Niven, City of Glasgow. Lane 5, Thea Glenn, City of Glasgow. Lane 6, Addison Cole, Hamilton. And lane 8, Amy Rowell, City of Glasgow. Lane 9, Sophia McGinley and Cumbernauld. So the start of this 400 IM, we've got the 2 City of Glasgow girls in lane 4 and 5. So Victoria and Thea, with Thea just touching there for the first split of a 34.76. Victoria just behind that with a 34.85. And lane 6 there is looking very close, I think just touching 3rd there in that turn, which is Addison Cole. So we've still got Victoria, then Thea, then Addison, leading in the fly split, or the 100 fly on this. Going in that order. So that's the fly finish there with Victoria Niven first, or leading that section. Then Thea Glenn with a 1:15.86, and then Addison Cole with a 1:16.57. And you're 1, 2, and 3 so far as we move on to the back. Looks like all 3 girls, though, are pushing in exactly the same way, just keeping themselves in that sort of line of 1, 2, and 3. Perhaps lane 4 and 5, Victoria and Thea just pulling away a little bit more there from Thea in Addison in lane 6. And then over the other side, we've got 4, 5 and 6 really leveling out. 2 Glasgow girls, and over in lane 1, Lisa McNairn touching in for 5th with a better split. So the 2 girls that pulled away with a little bit faster split there was Lisa and Ayla. And a 40 for Ayla in lane 3, and a 41 split there for Lisa on the first backstroke. So back into the middle though, we have in lane 4, Victoria still keeping her lead. Coming up to finish this backstroke. And the 100 back. And switching on to the breaststroke. So that again is Victoria there for holding her first place. Then Thea Glenn second, and Addison Cole holding third. As we switch on, and let's see who in the breaststroke can pull out. It's often in the IM, as we know. Whoever's got a good, strong breaststroke can use this to their advantage. And for everybody else that doesn't, the key is just to try and hold on and don't lose any ground. So Victoria looks quite strong in the breaststroke there, and is starting to make a little bit more of a lead over than her teammate Thea Glenn in lane 5. Good first breaststroke 50 there, the 46.7. Thea with a 46.89. And then Isla Cochrane has made up some ground, taking the 3rd position at 47.11 there split, over Addison Cole with a 49.4, leading or taking the 4th. But Victoria still getting a good turn off there in lane 4, and she's managed to pull away with a full sort of body length there in the breaststroke, demonstrating some skills there in that stroke. Colleague there, Thea, needs to start to pick up if she's wanting to keep up the pace in her freestyle. So on to the last 100 freestyle. We've got a clear Victoria Niven in first currently, Thea Glenn in second, and then Ayla Cochrane in third. But Victoria's definitely pulling away, and her split times are really starting to increase. She's got a good, clear first position now in this. She goes into and turns into her last 50. Thea holding strong though for that 2nd position. And Ayla chasing on that 3rd position. Now, all girls were coming in around, well, Victoria's chasing a 5.27, but Ayla's going to have a good performance here in the pool if she can keep this up, because she was chasing a 5.34 total. So as Ayla just comes down for finishing this off, very strong swim, and Thea and Ayla will be fighting it out for that 2nd and 3rd. That's a 5.22 though from Victoria, which is a good PB and a 5.27. And then Thea, her teammate, coming in 2nd with a 5.29. Again, just a 1 second PB there as well. And Ayla in Glasgow City again for 3rd, who's done a great swim there with a 5.34 was her entry time. And she pulled off a 3 second PB there as well. So great 1, 2 and 3 there with all PBs from the Glasgow City girls. Okay, on to heat 2. We have quality here over quantity. 3 swimmers in our heat. Lane 3, 4 and 5. So in lane 3, we have Jack Trainer from Hamilton. Lane 4, Lewis Bray from Inverclyde. And lane 3, Andrew Patterson from City of Glasgow. So this is the first of event 202, the boys 12 and under, 400 IM. And taking an early lead there, we have Jack Trainer from Hamilton coming down for his first 50. And it looks like we're being nice to the announcer here and lining up for 1, 2, 3 there. So it's lane 3, 4 and 5. Jack, then Lewis, then Andrew. Coming into the third length of their fly. Now we have Jack, 2 years older than Lewis and Andrew, both 12 and Jack being 14. But Jack looks as though he's got the ability to smash his entry time of 6:27 here, so putting himself in a good position with a good strong 100. So his first 50 was 35.99, and his second split there for his 100 was actually a 43.50. Lewis Bray was 44.81, and Andrew Patterson's was 46.30. And that is the order of 1, 2, 3 right now in the pool as we switch over to our first 50 in the back. So Jack keeping a good strong lead here. Key here is to make sure that you don't relax in the backstroke. Keep those rotation and the arms going. Nice strong turn there. And his split coming in there, well, he's finishing up with 150 at a 203 just now. And his split there was a 44.5. Lewis Bray second there was a 48.96 split. And then Andrew Patterson in the third position in lane 5, 46.62 split. But Jack's very much managing to keep his lane. And yeah, if Robert and Jackie, my colleagues here, would actually start to look at the pool, I can swap over to some of them chatting here. And I'm going to pass over to Jackie.
Cheers, mate. Thank you very much. I don't know. So it is Jack Trainer, who's now into the second half of his 400 IM today. This afternoon in his breaststroke. Indeed, all 3 boys now are. But Jack has the lead by at least half a pool length at the moment. Sure, he'll use his breaststroke skills to improve on that lead. In behind him, we have Lewis Bray and Andrew Patterson. Lewis, I think, is just ahead there. So if we just turn away from the pool a moment, I'll just give you the results of event 201. The girls 12 to 13, 400 metre IM. First place, Lisa McNair, Grangemouth. Second, Amy Rowell, City of Glasgow. Third, Lucy Hunter, Motherwell Wishaw. Girls 14-year-old 400 IM. First place, Addison Cole, Hamilton Baths. Second, Sophia McGinley, Cumbernauld. And third, Cameron Copeland, Cumbernauld. Girls 15-year-old 400 metre IM. In first place, Thea Glenn, City of Glasgow. Second, Caitlin Frame, Grangemouth. Third, Lydon Howard, Cumbernauld. And the girls' 16-year-old 400 IM. First place goes to Victoria Niven, City of Glasgow. Second, Isla Cochrane, also City of Glasgow. So we look back at the pool. And Jack Trainer continues ahead of the field. I think the gap is closing a little bit. He hasn't quite got the half a length that he had a few moments ago, but he is still ahead of Lewis and Andrew. Lewis coming in second at the turn here, just ahead of Andrew, as that's Jack turned. He has 4 lengths of freestyle, as have Lewis and Andrew now. Turn there for Jack, 4:35. He's slowed just a little bit on the previous 50 metres, but we'll see what he can do, as he knows that he's coming into the final few lengths of his race this afternoon. So whilst there's 7 seconds between Jack and Lewis, there's only just about a second and a half between Lewis and Andrew. And that's Jack turned. He's got 2 lengths of the pool left. The gap has definitely closed behind him. We can see Lewis and Andrew beginning to pick up the pace now as these two battle in behind him. Behind Jack. Jack turns and heads for home. So Jack's entry time this afternoon was 6:27.70. So at the 3:50 mark, it was 5:14.64. He's going to come in well under that entry time today as he comes in to complete his race in first place with the battle going on between Lewis and Andrew. But I think Lewis is going to keep his lead, and indeed he does, finishing there in second place, Andrew in third. So all 3 boys have significantly improved their entry times. Entry times all over 6 minutes, and they've all come in under that. So well done to the 3 boys as we move on to the second heat of the boys 400 metre.
The second heat is 0 Joe Carty from City Glasgow, 1 Ben Grant, City Glasgow, 2 Ewan Mitchell, East Kilbride. We've an empty lane in 3, 4 is Harry Keogh, Ren 96, 5 Gregor Skinner, Boness, 6 Finlay Watson, East Kilbride, 7 Tyler Stewart, East Kilbride, and 8 Jamie Gilchrist, East Kilbride. 9 with Finlay Maurice from Inverclyde. All 2 East Kilbride boys in lanes 2 and 7. Ewan Mitchell, Tyler Stewart, separated by about quarter of a second, 32.14, 32.36. Little Harry Keogh turning in third, just about half a second further back. Also not out of it is Finlay Watson at this early stage. So those 4 at the moment performing the butterfly but better than the rest of the field. And very little between Tyler in lane 7 and Ewan in 2. Just advantage by about a third of a second. Tyler 1:10.18, 1:10.54 for Ewan. Finlay Watson, East Kilbride swimmer, 1:11.06. So 3 seconds, less than a second, cover the 3 East Kilbride swimmers, with Harry Keogh in 4, not that far behind. No real change on the backstroke. Tyler and Finlay in 7 and 6. Just making some headway. It might be Finlay now, who is just a fraction ahead at the 150 mark. Ewan Mitchell dropped back slightly into 4th place. Gregor Skinner in the gold cap of Boness in lane 5, trying to keep in tabs with them. But the advantage still with Finlay Watson, just pulling away a little bit. Harry Keogh's now coming through. I think he's going to turn second. Advantage at the moment still with Finlay by about half a second. 2:28.38, 2:28.79 and 2:28.91 for Tyler, with Ewan Mitchell 2:30.90 and Gregor Skinner 2:31.50. The breaststroke is usually where things take a dramatic change. Certainly that's the case. Tyler Stewart in lane 7 now forging ahead and beginning just to pull away a little bit here. Other boys trying hard to keep tabs on Tyler. He's gone about a body length clear on that first 50 of 100 breast. He's got 2 seconds advantage over Finlay and Harry. And certainly a 42.29 as against 44 seconds for the other three swimmers, Finlay, Gregor and Harry. Ewan Mitchell, clearly breaststroke, maybe the weaker of his 4 strokes in the discipline here, dropping well back into 5th. So those 4 boys have the race between them. Gregor Skinner now looks as though he's moved into 3rd place. Tyler Stewart with a body length advantage as we move into the freestyle section. Almost 2 seconds clear of Harry Keogh, who's well clear of Finlay Watson and Gregor Skinner. So Tyler Stewart with Harry Keogh making a move. Harry Keogh entry time of 5:07.31. Tyler 5:35.90. And now the Wren lad is coming through on the freestyle section and strikes the front at just the right time. 4:30.71. So expect an finish time maybe just inside 5:05. Tyler Stewart will certainly expect to finish inside 5:10, and Gregor Skinner might even get 2nd place. He's really motoring now. I think he's just left it too late to challenge Harry Keogh, but coming down the final stretch, Harry Keogh with Gregor Skinner flying at the death. Harry Keogh just going to hold on. Gregor Skinner 2nd, Finlay Watson in 3rd. What a great finish for Gregor, but just touched out. Harry Keogh 5:03.36. Gregor Skinner 5:03.69. Tyler Stewart 5:04.99. Small PBs for Harry and Gregor, and a cracking PB for Tyler by some 30 odd seconds. So well done to all 3 boys there. As Joe Cartier and Ben Grant come in and complete our final heat. Finlay Maurice in lane 9 the near side, with just around 5 metres to go. And Finlay finishes the race. Just wait for his time, 6:01.19, so he also improves by around 12 seconds. Unfortunately, a disqualification in that last heat for technical infraction. So the change now promotes Gregor Skinner to first, 5:03.69. Tyler Stewart will be 2nd, 5:04.99. Finlay Watson, 5:09.24, takes 3rd.
Okay, we move to event 203, the girls 11 and over 100 freestyle. In lane 0, we have Angie Parry from the City of Glasgow. Lane 1, Evelyn Cole from Kilmarnock. Lane 2, Suzanne Curran from Kilmarnock. Lane 3, Lucy McLaughlin from Inverclyde. Lane 4, Anna Betham from Bo'ness. Lane 5, Callie Abel from City of Glasgow. Lane 6, Molly Billing from Wren 96. Lane 7, Abby Hennessy from Helensburgh. Lane 8, Ines Scott from Stirling. Lane 9, Connie Hiran from Airdrie Monklands. So in that first 50, we have Molly Billing in lane 6 with a split there of 31. Everybody else was a 32, 33. So second to her was our just beside her in lane 5, Callie Abel. And lane 3, Anja over in lane 0 from Glasgow City is putting up a good fight there on the outside and threatening lane 6, which is Molly Binning, who's still got the lead there. But the second and third place, I think you just got, that was Molly getting the first, and then Andrew Parra with the second place. And third place there was Callie Abel with third on a 108.37. So that was Molly with a 106.02 in first. Andrew Parra with a 108.34 for second. And third, Callie Abel with a 108.37 for third. That's your 1, 2, and 3.
And we move on to Heat 2. Lane 0, Evan McCauley, Adrian Monklands. 1, Lucy McLeod, Grangemouth. 2, Amy Black, Bowness. 3, Olivia McNally, Inverclyde. 4, Olivia Caldwell, City of Glasgow. 5, Charlotte Jones, Inverclyde. 6, Carla Young, North Ayrshire. 7, Tia Reedy, Milngine Bearsden. 8, Eva Gordon, City of Glasgow. And 9, Molly Tulloch, North Ayrshire. And the girls come into the 50-metre mark, and it was Lucy McLeod over in lane 1, a 15-year-old from Grangemouth who turned first, followed by Carla Young from North Ayrshire, and in behind them, Olivia McNally, Inverclyde. That was your 1, 2, and 3 at 50 metres. Let's see, I think, coming out of the final turn there, it's lane 1, Lucy McLeod. Lane 3, swimming well. Olivia McNally trying to catch Lucy, but she's not going to do so. So Lucy McLeod first, Olivia McNally second, and in between them, Amy Black third. Lucy McLeod's time 107.24, Olivia McNally 108.21, and Amy Black 108.61.
The boys 400 IM, the 12, 13-year-olds. First, Lewis Bray, Inverclyde. Second, Andrew Patterson, City Glasgow. Third, Finlay Maurice, Inverclyde. On to heat number 3. Aaron Collins in 0, Grangemouth. 1, Robin Vaz, Grangemouth. 2, Hannah Miller, Kintyre. 3, Chloe Semple, Rutherglen. 4, Ailey MacArthur, Milngine Bearsden. 5, Rebecca Strachan, City Glasgow. 6, Justin McKenzie, Milngine Bearsden. 7, Hannah Anderson, Hamilton Bass. 8, Derby Patmore, Cumbernauld. And 9, Caitlin Morton, City Glasgow. Well, it's a Kintyre swimmer, Hannah Miller, 14-year-old. Nice to see Hannah swimming here today, 31.65 at the halfway mark. And she looks pretty strong at the moment. Still going well in lane 5. Rebecca Strachan from City Glasgow. Looks like the race is between those two. Not much to choose between the two coming down the final 15 metres. I think it's still advantage with Hannah from Rebecca. Hannah Miller, Rebecca Strachan, that's going to be the finish with Chloe Semple, lane 9, Caitlin Morton in third, ahead of Chloe Semple. 105.70 for Hannah. Second, Rebecca Strachan, 106.02. And Caitlin Morton in lane 9, 106.43 in third. 14-year-old boys IM, first Joe Carty, City Glasgow. Second, Jack Traynor, Hamilton Bass. Our 15-year-olds, first Tyler Stewart, East Kilbride. Second, Finlay Watson, East Kilbride. And third, Ewan Mitchell, East Kilbride. 16-year-olds, Gregor Skinner first, Bowness, Jamie Gilchrist, East Kilbride in second.
Fourth heat out of 6, we have in lane 0, Imogen Barrett, Ren 96. Lane 1, Cara Middleton, Stirling. Lane 2, Rose McDermott, Milngine Bearsden. Lane 3, Rebecca Somerville, Ren 96. Lane 4, Betty Fisher-Cole from Inverclyde. Lane 5, Kirsty Conway from Inverclyde. Lane 6, Daisy Gilday from Glasgow City. You have lane 7, Emily Dawson from Mulgine Bearsden. Lane 8, Casey Dixon from Rutherglen. And lane 9, Anna Campbell from Glasgow City, or City of Glasgow. In that first 50, you had Betty Fisher taking the first split with a 31.62. Second was just next to her, Rebecca, in the pool, but it's still very close. Lots of all the rest of the girls were coming in just within a 32, and you can see it's all the top end of the pool here. So lane 4 and 5, and then the outside lane 0. So that's Betty still holding just the lead next to Kirsty. Sorry, Rebecca and then Betty. Yeah, sorry, that was Rebecca Somerville there, just pipping in terms of getting the first place, and then Betty getting the second with 105.43. And then third place was actually Anna Campbell, all the way in there from lane 9. I'll just get that confirmed. Yep, that was Rebecca Somerville for 105.22, Betty Fisher-Cole from 105.43, and Anna Campbell.
So just
106 from 2-3.
And heat 5, lane 0, Georgia Reid, City of Glasgow. 1, Daisy McInnes, City of Glasgow. 2, Zuzia Smith, Grangemouth. 3, Sky Buchanan, City of Glasgow. 4, Joanna Calder, Mulgine Bearsden. 5, Thea Glenn, City of Glasgow. 6, Amy McAlonan, Ren 96. 7, Iona Henderson, Rutherglen. 8, Abigail McHenry, Inverclyde. And 9, Ava Ross, City of Glasgow. And there really isn't much between the girls in lanes 2, 6 and 7, but that was lane 2, Zuzia Smith, who got the turn first there in a time of 30.94, followed by Amy McAlonan and Iona Henderson in a time of 31.02. So we come up to the final turn now. And it's who had a good turn there. It is still Zuzia Smith, the Grangemouth swimmer, who is leading the field. There is a battle going on for second between Amy McAlonan and Iona Henderson. But it's Zuzia Smith touches first, followed by Iona Henderson, and then Amy McAlonan. Times there, Zuzia Smith, 103.83. Second place goes to Iona, 104.40. And third goes to Amy McAlonan in 104.48.
Sixth and final heat, 0, Cara Gumbroll, Ren 96. 1, Sophie Allison, Western Bartonshire. 2, Heather Stewart, North Ayrshire. 3, Keisha McCormack, Scotia. 4, Sarah Stewart, Mulgine Bearsden. 5, Emily Dickens, City Glasgow. 6, Emma Miller from Kintyre. 7, Amelia Ray, Ren 96. 8, Ella Dobson, Kingston. And 9, Tara Montgomery, Stirling Swim. A strong start from Sarah Stewart in lane 4. Also well there, Heather Stewart, North Ayrshire. And coming down to the final turn, Sarah Stewart well there. Emma Miller trying to make a move in lane 6. Out the turn, it's still Sarah Stewart, Heather Stewart also well there. This looks to be Sarah's race. Sarah Stewart well clear. Question who's going to get second, Heather Stewart and Emma Miller. Emma Miller, I think maybe just touched out. Yep. Sarah Stewart, 101.99. Heather Stewart just hanging on, 102.75. Emma Miller, 102.79. So a nice improvement by about a tenth of a second there for Sarah. Just completing the 400 IM, the 17 overs. Just the one swimmer, Ben Grant from City Glasgow.
Okay, we move over to the boys. Event 204, boys 11 and over, 100 free. Lane 0, Finlay Bennett, Rutherglen. Lane 1, Alexander Klosh, Adrian Monklands. Lane 2, Lucas Craw, Rutherglen. Lane 3, Owen Lil, Helensborough. We think it's lane 4, Conor McCorley from Inverclyde. Lane 5, Rory Griffin from Adrian Monklands. Lane 6, Max Hislop, Mulgai and Bearsden. Lane 7, Kyle Saunderson, North Ayrshire. Lane 8, Blake Herdman, Inverclyde. And lane 9, Finlay Blair, Falkirk. And on that first 50, we had Owen in the first touch there with a 28.83. That's lane 3, Owen Lyle from Rutherglen, who's continuing his lead. Only threat is a little bit more out in lane 0 from Finlay Bennett. And the Rutherglen, who's looking as though he can come out for second position, but it's a clear win there for Owen with a 1 minute .47. And second there was from Finlay Bennett in lane 0 with a 103.87. And coming in third there was Max Hislop from Mulgai and Bearsden with a 104.37. And that's your 1, 2, and 3 confirmed.
And we move on to Heat 2, Event 204, the boys 11 and over 100 freestyle. So, lane 0, Archie Perriman, Motherwell Wishaw. 1, Max Miller, Western Bartonshire. 2, Keir Campbell, Grangemouth. 3, Rory Hall, Mulgai and Bearsden. 4, Campbell McLean, City of Glasgow. 5, Daniel Martin, City of Glasgow. 6, Ludovic Hay, Western Bartonshire. 7, Ewan Green, East Kilbride. 8, Cameron Hamill, North Ayrshire. And 9, Clark Malkin Gill, Inverclyde. And at the 50-metre mark is the Western Bartonshire swimmer, Ludovic Hay, who turned first there in a time of 29.67, followed by Rory Hall and then Max Miller. That was your 1, 2, and 3. As the boys come into the... So as the boys come down, head for home, it is Rory Hall who is leading the field. In behind him, Ludovic Hay and Ewan Green. But it was Ewan Green that got the touch there ahead of Ludovic. So in first place, Rory Hall, 102.66. Ewan Green, 103.51. And Ludovic Hay, 103.65.
Heat number 3, 0, Adam Merritt, Cumbernauld. 1, Aidan McCavish, Bowness. 2, Gregor Bryson, Adrian Monklands. 3, Kyle Mossman, City of Glasgow. 4, Harris Japp, Adrian Monklands. 5, Aaron Dunn, City of Glasgow. 6, Kyle Connolly, City of Glasgow. 7, Lucas King, City of Glasgow. In 8, Leonardo Sturla, Renfrew Bass. And 9, Aaron Machin, City of Glasgow. 102s and 103s in this one. Very tight, lanes 5, 4 and 3. Separated by 0.2. It's Harris Japp, Aaron Dunn, Kyle Mossman. The advantage, I think, just with Aaron Dunn in lane 5, but it's very tight off that final turn. Cracking turn from Harris has opened up a wee advantage. Harris Japp from Adrian Monklands, I think, has this one. Kyle Mossman and Aaron Dunn. Harris Japp, Kyle Mossman, Aaron Dunn. I think that's how it finished. 100.66 and 400s between Kyle and Aaron. 101.44, 101.48. Cracking race, lads. And excellent PBs for the 3 lads. 1, 2, 3.
And on to heat 4. Lane 0, Aidan Thompson, City of Glasgow. Lane 3, Logan Smith, Motherwell. Lane 4, Michael Wishop, City of Glasgow. Lane 5, Fraser Vandermeulen from Stirling. Lane 6, Daniel Convery from North Ayrshire. Lane 7, Jude Mulberry from City of Glasgow. Lane 8, Seamus Barbary from East Kilbride. Apologies. Lane 9, Dylan McShane from City of Glasgow. And on the first turn there, we have Michael Winship taking the first place there in terms of the first touch there in a 28. He was the only one under a 29 there in that first split. With second, we had over an 8, Seamus Barbary, I can say it this time, with a 29.05 in that split. And third, Fraser Vandermeulen in lane 5. So it looks like we've got lane 4. Still Michael managing to keep up. Oh no, lane 8 has just come through there with Seamus Barbary coming in for the first touch there. A 59 under the 1 minute. And second we have Michael Winsop. No, 1 minute 09. And third was Fraser with a 1 minute and 59 well, 1 minute and 0.59. And you're 1, 2 and 3.
And heat 5, lane 0, Andres Posmilk, Ren 96. 1, Lachlan Small, Sterling Swim. 2, Reese Edwards, Dumfries. 3, Jake Percy, Hamilton Baths. 4, Cole Morrison, Sterling Swim, with an empty lane 5. 6, Callum MacArthur, Milngine Bears Den. 7, Mikhailo Henozarov, City of Glasgow. 8, Abdi Mufti, City of Glasgow. And 9, Matthew Lees, Hamilton Baths. And at the 100 metre, the 50 metre mark, I beg your pardon, that was Callum MacArthur turning first ahead of the field, 27.58. But hot on chasing him down is Cole Morrison, 27.75. So the boys have turned and they are now heading for home. And this is a battle in lanes 4 and 6. Cole Morrison, Callum MacArthur, who's going to touch? But it was Callum MacArthur that got that first. And the City of Glasgow swimmer, Misha Henazarov, got himself up into second in that last 25, had a good swim there. So the Callum's time, 57.68, Misha's time, 58.02. And in third place, over in lane 2, Reese Edwards. I beg your pardon. I'm reading the board in front of me incorrectly. So the official results, Callum MacArthur, Misha Henazarov, and Cole Morrison are your 1, 2, and 3.
Final heat, empty lane in 0. 1, Tom Jeffers, Ren 96. 2, Jack Docherty Simpson, Scotia. 3, Adam Scott from Ren 96. 4, Finlay Chang, City Glasgow. 5, Alex Black, Bowness. 6, Nathan Peebles, Inverclyde. And 7, Magnus Morris, Ren 96. Strong start in lane 3. Adam Scott has been swimming pretty well at districts recently, going well. There's a slight advantage over Jack Docherty Simpson. Finlay Chang also well there. Alex Black also making a move in lane 5. Oh, it's a tight contest. Here comes Finlay Chang to challenge Adam Scott. Finlay Chang, and also finishing like a train, Alex Black. Adam Scott, Finlay Chang, and Alex Black. 55.22, 55.45, 55.71. Ren boy just hangs on at the death.
Okay, we move over to event 205, which is the 11 and over 200 butterfly. And only one heat here with 4 of our swimmers, so 4 girls. We have in lane 3, Kaylin Moulton from Wren 96. Lane 4, Abigail Crawford from City of Glasgow. Lane 5, Emma Miller from Kintyre. And lane 7, we have Cara White in Wren 96. So we have Abigail Crawford touching first there, but all girls managing to pace themselves beside one another and keep up with one another, which is good to see. First split there, with Abigail coming in with a 35.26. Then we had Cara, 35.90. Then Caitlin in lane 3 with a 36.7. And Emma Miller, 37.36. So again, Abigail just managing to continue her lead, but second, third, and fourth, very much all girls pacing one another nicely. So that was a slightly small, well, as you would expect, the splits are coming in a slightly slower than the first 50. But you've still got Abigail with a 41.48 there. And then you had Cara, 42.97. And Emma, 41.56. And then she swapped with Kaylee coming in fourth there at 44.56. So all girls starting to feel now. That's after your first 100. Came up for that third 50. I'm just going to read out some results when we just move away from the pool here. We have event 203, the girls 11 to 13 100-meter freestyle, with first Abigail McNerney from Inverclyde, second Molly Billing from Wren 96, third Daisy McInnes from City of Glasgow. Girls 204, girls 14-year-old 100 freestyle, Emma Miller, first from Kintyre, second Sophie Allison, and third Skye Buchanan from City of Glasgow. Just returning to the pool here to see Abigail Crawford making a good finish there, the 2:42. And then we had Emma Miller coming second with a 2:47. And then Caitlin Moulton with a third place there, 2:48.65. And Cara White in at a 2:55.84. Well done, girls.
So event 206, this is the boys 11 and over 200-meter butterfly. So we have one heat of this event this afternoon. In lane 2, Andrew Patterson, City of Glasgow. Empty lane 3, 4, Aaron Steele, East Kilbride. 5, Ewan Watson, Renfrew Bath. And 6, Blake Herdman, Inverclyde. So we have two 12-year-olds in the pool this afternoon, a 15-year-old and a 14-year-old. Times range from 2:33 to 3:02. So after the first 50, it's Aaron Steele, the 15-year-old from East Kilbride, in a time of 32:10. Ewan Watson, Blake Herdman, Andrew Patterson. So I'll just turn away from the pool for a moment and continue to give you some results. Event 203, the girls' 15-year-old 100-meter freestyle. In first place, Zuzia Smith at Grangemouth. Second, Emily Dickens, City of Glasgow. Third, Iona Henderson, Rutherglen. 2:03, the girls' 16-year-old 100-metre freestyle. Sarah Stewart in first place from Milngavie and Bearsden. Second, Heather Stewart, North Ayrshire. And third, Amy McAlonan, Wren 96. And the girls' 17-year-old 100 freestyle. In first place, Keisha McCormack, Scotia. Second, Erin Collins, Grangemouth. And third, Jocelyn McKenzie, Milngavie and Bearsden. So if we go back to the pool, and it is still Aaron Steele, the East Kilbride swimmer, out in the front after 150 metres, turning there in a time of 1:48.62. 7 seconds behind him, Ewan Watson. As Blake Herdman comes into turn at the 150. And Aaron Steele, this is his race this afternoon. He's led from the start. He's got a good lead there as he comes in to finish his race this afternoon in a time of 2:28.65 against the entry time of 2:33.91. And behind him, Ewan Watson, 2:33.19. Also an improvement on his entry time. As Blake Herdman and Andrew Patterson have both turned for the final time. Blake coming into the final stages of his race this afternoon. Blake entered this race on a time of 2:54.25. And in to finish his race comes Andrew. As we move on to the event 2:07, this is the girls 11 and over 50-metre backstroke. We have 6 heats of this event this afternoon. Okay. So just as we wait for the backstroke ledges to be put in for the swimmers, there is one change to the running order of this heat. So Orla Ross from Milngavie and Bearsden will swim in lane 5. And then in lane 9, change to the swimmer from the start sheets. And it is Abby Hennessy from Helensburgh Swim Club. So an opportunity for some of our reserves to swim this afternoon.
Zero to 9, heat 1, Carla Young, Isla Rousseau, Eva Brackenridge, Niamh Scott, Caris Crawford, Orla Ross, Avia Chetty, Jenna Aikenhead, Sanyana Gunawarak Wickrama, and Abby Hennessy.
All girls really getting a good start there. All fairly level pegging. I think lane 8, Sanjana, maybe got a little bit more of a better turn or push off the turn, but actually no, over Eva. In lane 2, I think this is going to be her race against Sanjana. In lane 8, I think Eva just got it there, yes, a 36.40. Then Sanjana, no, sorry, apologies, it was Carla Young who got the second, 37.71. And then the board has just been changed. It was Sanjana for second at 36.88. And then Carla Young, we'll wait for the board to update there, but Carla Young should have come in as third there with a 37.71. But we'll just wait for that to be confirmed. Yep, that's it, confirmed there. Eva Breckenridge with first, Sanjana Wakarama for second, and Carla Young for third. That's your first, second, and third. Lane 0, Eva Cartwright. Lane 1, Monica Muir. Lane 2, Alex Shepherd. Lane 3, Maya Todd. Lane 4, Mia Welsh. Lane 5, Hannah Miller. Lane 6, Tia Riedel. Lane 7, Olivia Caldwell. Lane 8, Laura Dunlop. Lane 9, Caitlin McCartley.
And some good starts there by the girls. And not much to call between them as they came up to the turn there. But I think coming out of the turn, it is Mia Todd who is leading the field. Lane 0 swimming well, as is lane 7, Olivia Caldwell. So it's Olivia Caldwell came in behind Mia Todd there. And Alex Shepherd in lane 2 is in 3rd place. Just wait for those results to be confirmed. But it looks like to me Mia Todd 36.62, Olivia Caldwell 37.21, and Alex Shepherd 37.56. You're 1, 2, and 3. And heat 3, lane 0, Chloe Pringle. 1, Sophia McGinley. 2, Robin Vars. 3, Zara Dunn. 4, Daisy Kildare. 5, Lucy Hunter. 6, Ellie Hall. Empty lane 7. 8, Megan Mulhern. Empty lane 9.
Very strong start, Megan Mulhern in lane 8. Coming through strongly in lane 3, Sarah Dunn. Sophia McGinley also well there. Nice turn for her in lane 1. And those two maybe just pulling away. It's certainly lane 3. Sarah Dunn with the advantage. Sarah Dunn, Chloe Pringle. Sarah Dunn, Chloe Pringle and Sophie McGinley, I think. That's it finished. Zara Dunn, 35.36. Chloe Pringle, 36.89. Sophia McGinley, 37.05. Boys 100 free, 11, 13-year-olds. First, Lachlan Small, Stirling Swim. Second, Fraser van der Mullen, Stirling Swim. And third, Kyle Mossman, City of Glasgow. 14-year-olds, Tom Jeffers, Ren 96. Callum MacArthur, Mulgan Beersten. Rhys Edwards from the Fries. Heat 4, 0 to 9. Abby Henderson, Abigail Young, empty lane 2. 3, Olivia McNally, Rowan McDonald, Lauren Peckover, Lewis Herdman, Ellen White, Rhea Yershov, and Leighton Howitt.
Okay, just looking there, I think it was lane 6 there, first to turn off, but it's all in the centre of the pool. So that was Lois Herdman. But I think lane 5 and 6, this is Lauren Rowan. This could be Lauren Rowan or Lewis. I think Lewis might just pick off for Lauren. Yes, that was Lewis first with a 35.03. Then Rowan McDonald for a 35.15 in second. And just beside her was Lauren Peckover for a 35.79.
.15-year-old boys 100 free. First was Adam Scott, Ren 96. Second, Finlay Chang, City Glasgow. Third, Jack Docherty Simpson, Scotia. 16-year-olds, Alex Black, Bowness. Cole Morrison, Stirling Swim second. Seamus Barbary, East Kilbride in third.
No, we don't have a lane 9.
17-year-olds, first, Michaelo Hannah Rosso, City Glasgow. Second, Nathan Peebles, Inverclyde. Third, Jake Percy, Hamilton Baths. Girls Butterfly, first and second, and 11, 13-year-olds, Abigail Crawford, City Glasgow. Cara White second, Ren 96. 14-year-olds, Emma Miller, Kintyre. Kaylee Milton, Ren 96 second.
Heat 5, lane 0, Millie McDonald. Lane 1, Emily Dawson. Lane 2, Cara Middleton. Lane 3, Emma Miller. Lane 4, Rachel McGuffin. Lane 5, Anja Parry. Lane 6, Lucy McLeod. Lane 7, Rose McDermott. Lane 8, Lisa McNair.
And that was a good start there by the Grangemouth swimmer, Lucy McLeod, in lane 6. And she's come out of the turn, leading the field. I think the lane 5, Anjali Pavri in second. Bit of a battle going on for third, but it was Rachel McGavin in third. So we'll just look for the official results here, but I think that's the adjusted time for Rose McDermott. So it is Lucy McLeod in first, Anjali Pavradi second, and Rachel McGavin third.
Boys 200 butterfly. We'll give you that in just a wee moment. First was Blake Herman, Inverclyde. Second, Andrew Patterson, City Glasgow, the 11, 13-year-olds. The 14-year-olds, first Ewan Watson, Renfrew Bass. And the 15-year-olds, Aaron Steele, East Kilbride.
And heat 6, lane 0 to 9, Molly Binning, Caitlin Frame, Abigail Crawford, Iona Henderson, empty lane 4, Hannah Anderson, Emily Dickens, Leah Rafferty, Erin Collins, Chloe Semple.
Iona Henderson in 3 might just have the fractional lead. It's very tight. Leah Rafferty, Emily Dickens, Hannah Anderson also well there, as is Abigail Crawford in 2. Abigail Crawford in 2 might be just shading it. Very tight. Here comes Iona Henderson. Iona Henderson, Abigail Crawford. And in lane 5, Hannah Anderson. Iona Henderson, 32.81. Abigail Crawford, 33.03. Hannah Anderson, 33.61. Nice wee PBs there for Iona and Abigail in that one. That concludes the girls' backstroke. Another 6 heats to come for the boys. This is heat number 1. Heat 1, 0 Andrew Patterson, 1 Dylan Williamson, 2 Sam Haddon, 3 Brandon Wong, empty lane 4, 5 Daniel Lockington, 6 Max Buchanan, 7 Archie Johnson, 8 Callan Chesser, empty lane 9.
Great start there from Max Buchanan in lane 6, touching first, and then on the outside, Andrew Patterson from City of Glasgow. And also pushing up there in lane 3 is Brendan Wong. But I think this is definitely going to be lane 6, Max Buchanan's race. That was a great race. Then up second was Brandon Wong, and third, Andrew Patterson. So that was Max with a 36.18. Second, just wait for this to come through. Second was Brandon Wong with a 37.63. Third, Andrew Patterson with a 38.21 for your 1, 2, and 3. Starting from lane 0, Jack Cavan, Blair Wilson, Brian Fitzpatrick, Riley O'Shea, Kaylin Cardy, Kyle Sanderson, Nikita Jackson.
And it was a good start there by Blair Wilson from Sterling Swim over there in lane 1. And out of the turn, he is leading the field home. Lane 3, Riley O'Shea from Rutherglen swimming well, but he's being challenged by Kaylin Cardy, also from Sterling Swim. But that's where race was Blair Wilson's. And a time there of 35.84. Kaylin Cardy got second, 37.01, and Riley O'Shea, 37.99. Okay, so there's the official running finish order. Blair Wilson, Riley O'Shea, Kaylin Cardy. So I got that slightly wrong there. Riley O'Shea second, Kaylin Cardy third. And heat 3, lane 0 to 9, Jimmy Lynn, Samuel Young, Leonardo Sturler. Empty lane 3, Jack Trainer, Jake Ferguson, Andrew Brackenridge, Cole Ashwood, Conor McCrory, and Lewis Kerr.
So a strong start in middle lanes. Jack Trainer, Jake Ferguson in 5. Jake with the advantage out the turn. So Jake Ferguson still with that good advantage. Very tight for second. Jake Ferguson's going to take this. Oh, it's very tight. Maybe 4 and 0. Yeah, all over the place there. It was Jake Ferguson 32.41. Andrew Brackenridge got second, 33.64. Jack Trainer 33.79. Jimmy Lynn over on the far side was 4th. That result now confirmed. Heat 4, empty lane in 0, 1 to 9, Aidan Thompson, Harris Japp, Max Miller, Kyle Mossman, Dylan McShane, Michael Winship, Rhys Edwards, Finlay Goodici, and Max Hislop.
Okay, that was a great start there from lane 6, Michael Winsop. And he's first to turn. Just edging away, but it's very close there over in lane 1, 2, and 3. And lane 4, so we've got Dylan just coming in. Sorry, Michael Winsop there, yeah, gets lane 1, sorry, Michael Winsop in lane 6 takes the top place of 32.25. Just beside him, Dylan McShane with a 32.49. And again, just beside him was Kyle Mossman with a 32.68. So that was Michael, Dylan, and Kyle as a 1, 2, and 3.
So the results for event 207.
From lane 0 to 9, we have Matthew Lees in lane 0, then Ross McGee, then Daniel Comfrey, empty lane 3, Fraser van der Merlen, Alex Back, Nathan Popples, Callum McLaughlin, Abdu Mufti, and empty lane 9.
That was a good start by Abdu Mufti there, but he has been caught at the turn, and it's now in the centre of the pool. There's really not a lot caught between the boys here, but I think it's Alex Black who's going to take this, followed by Abdu Callum McLaughlin, but in fact it was Callum McLaughlin that got the touch there in a time of 31:33. Nathan Peoples 31:73 and Alex Black 31:74. No, the scoreboard is changing in front of my eyes, so we'll just wait for this to be confirmed. Yep, just to confirm what I thought I saw, Alex Black was first, Callum McLaughlin second, Fraser van der Meulen third. And the final heat, lanes 0 through to 9. Cole Morrison, Mikhailo Hanazarov, Rory Hall, Thomas Ingalls, empty lanes 4, 5, 7 and 9. Lane 6, Callum MacArthur, Luke Scott, lane 8.
Well, this side, Callum MacArthur might just be shading it. Pretty tight. Rory Hall coming through very strongly in lane 2 to take it up. It's Rory Hall finishing like a chain to take this, I think. Or does he? Lane 7 just gets it. Callum MacArthur from Rory Hall. Luke Scott in third. 30.09, 30.21 and 30.45 respectively. That concludes our backstroke. Now moving on to girls butterfly. Lots of heats for this one, and like the 200, 4 heats.
Okay, we're moving on to the girls 11 and over 100 metre butterfly, event 209. First heat of 4, we have lane 2, Lucy Hunter, Motherwell. No swimmer in lane 3. Lane 4, Manor Patrick from Stirling. Lane 5, Eva Murray from Airdrie Monklands. Lane 6, Sophie Moonry from City of Glasgow. And as we just move away to just give you some results from event 207, the 50 metre backstroke, the girls event. We had first Abigail Crawford from City of Glasgow, second Chloe Semple from Rutherglen, and third Molly Binning from Wren 96. The 14-year-olds finals and results. First Leah Rafferty from Western Bartonshire. Second was Rachel McGiven from Hamilton, and then third was Lewis Herdman from Inverclyde. And just while the girls come down for their final leg of their 100, we had Maramana Patrick in lane 4 that is coming in to finish this one up. And our colleague just beside her, Eva Murray, lane 5, is going to get second. We'll just wait for the boards to catch up there, as just waiting for lane 4's time to come through. Yeah. Just going to wait for the official board to update. Okay, so we have Mariana and Patrick in first position with a 120.68. Eva Murray, 121.87. Lucy Hunter, 124.04. And unfortunately, lane 4 was a disqualification for a technical infraction.
And we move on to heat 2 of 4, lane 0. Ellen White, Stirling Swim. 1, Neve Scott, City of Glasgow. 2, Charlotte Craig, Wren 96. 3, Erin Lockery, Stranraer. 4, Caris Crawford, Scotia. 5, Sarah Sampson, Renfrew Bath. 6, Connie Heron, Airdrie Monklands. 7, Honor McCarty, Inverclyde. 8, Lula Milne, City of Glasgow. And 9, Rose Gawley, Ren 96. So have some of our younger swimmers in this heat. And as they come up to the 50, it is one of the youngsters, Erin Lockery from Stranraer, who is turned ahead of the field. Her time there, 35.96, followed by Connie Heron, and then Luna Milne. So at the halfway mark, that was your 1, 2, and 3. But Erin looks like she is being challenged. The swimmers in the centre there. Sarah Sampson and Connie Heron. And I think it's Sarah Sampson who has now taken the lead. Connie Heron trying to catch her. And Erin is beginning to fade as Charlotte Craig, the Ren 96 swimmer, is going to come in. She's got herself, in fact, she had a cracking second half of that swim there. And she got herself into first place in a time of 1:20.01. Sarah Sampson, 1:20.13. And Erin Lockery, 1:21.02. So some cracking swimming there. That was Charlotte is 11 years of age, one of our youngest swimmers. And that's the results confirmed. First place, Sarah Sampson. Second, Erin Lockery. Third.
Heat 3, 0, Alicia Thompson, Cumbernauld. 1, Emma Chambers, Cumbernauld. 2, Keely Moulton, Ren 96. 3, Amber Hinton, Dumfries. 4, Olivia Russell, Cumbernauld. 5, Sarah Stewart, Mulgine-Bearsden. 6, Anna Campbell, City Glasgow. 7, Eve McCauley, Airdrie Monklands. 8, Hannah Anderson, Hamilton Bass. And 9, Amy Black from Bowness. Strong start in lane number 5. Sarah Stewart's been swimming well today. Body length clear at the halfway mark, gone out in 34.37. Certainly not Olivia Russell that is in the lead. Just ignore the board. Someone's obviously stood up and hit the pad. Sarah Stewart well clear. Olivia Russell second. Turning in third looks to be Keely Moulton, who said just had a 200 earlier on as a wee warm-up for this one. No doubt Sarah Stewart just going to hang on, I think. And Sarah's taking that. She's about body length clear. Olivia Russell and Keely Moulton. That's a 1, 2, 3, 1:12.58, 1:14.01 for Olivia, and 1:14.91 for Keely. Our 15-year-old backstroke, 1, 2, 3. Lucy McLeod, Grangemouth. Iona Henderson, Rutherglen, and Hannah Anderson, Hamilton Bass. Our 16-year-olds, just the one swimmer, Ron McDonald, Kilmarnock, and the 17 overs, Erin Collins, Grangemouth.
Okay, heat 3. We have lane 0, Alice Thompson from Cumbernauld. Lane 1, Emma Chambers from Cumbernauld. Lane 2, Caitlin Mauchlan from Ren 96. Lane 3, Amber Hinton from Dumfries. Lane 4, Olivia Russell from Cumbernauld. I'm reading. Sorry, I'll start that again. It's heat 4. Lane 0, Grace McClellan from Stirling. 1, Abigail McCurry from Inverclyde. 2, Amy Rowland from Glasgow City. 3, Amy Miller from Kintyre. Georgia Reid in lane 4 from City. 5, Sky Buchanan from City. 6, Cara White, Ren 96. 7, Derby Pertman from Cumbernauld. Lane 8, Erin Ferris from Cumbernauld. And lane 9, Cara Cumbernauld from Ren 96. First 50 there, we had Georgia Reid with a 33 split time, 46. And then second was Cara White in lane 6, 34.12. And coming into finish, we've still got Georgia Reed leading well there. And the second place is just getting fought with in between 6 and 5. And we had Cara just take that off Sky. Cara coming in with a 1:13.87 and Sky getting a 1:14.06. So it was a great swim there from Georgia Reed, taking the first point, our first pole at a 1:10.89, and then Cara White 1:13.87 and Sky Buchanan 1:14.06 for your 1, 2 and 3.
So we move on to event 210. This is the boys 11 and over 100 meter butterfly. We have 4 heats this afternoon, and this is heat 1. Lane 2, Gerard Gonter, City of Glasgow. Empty lane 3, Cameron O'Donnell, Hamilton Bath. 2, Oliver McElwraith, Cumbernauld. And 6, Ollie Jeffords, Wren 96. And as the boys come down to the halfway mark, it's Gerard Gonter, the 13-year-old from City of Glasgow, who's going to turn first in a time of 36.80. Oliver McElwraith second, and Cameron O'Donnell third. It's just a few results. Event 208, the boys 11 to 13, 50-meter backstroke. First place, Fraser van der Meulen, Stirling Swim. Second, Kyle Mossman, City of Glasgow. Third, Max Miller, West Dunbartonshire. And as the boys turn and head for home, the lead has all changed. It is now lane 5, Oliver McElwraith, who has taken the lead. Cameron O'Donnell in second. Gerard Gonter has fallen off the pace and has moved into third. And it is indeed Oliver McElwraith, who finishes in a time of 1:20.67. Cameron O'Donnell second, 1:23.18. And Gerard Gonter 1:27.42, as Ollie Jeffers also comes in to finish his race this afternoon.
Our 14.01.23, the 50 back, Callum MacArthur, Mulgine Bearstone, Jake Ferguson, Grangemouth, third Andrew Brackenridge, Cumbernauld. Our 15-year-olds, Rory Hall, Mulgine Bearstone, Luke Scott, Dumfries, Callum McLaughlin, City Glasgow. And unfortunately, that last heat, lane 2 disqualification for a technical infraction. This is heat number 2. Heat 2, 0 Max Buchanan, Renfrew Bass. 1 Murray Johnson, Ren 96. 2 Brodie Lydon, Kingston. 3 Alex Titch, Stirling Swim. 4 Ewan Nielsen, Cumbernauld. 5 Kyle Connolly, City Glasgow. 6 Andrew Patterson, City Glasgow. 7 Rowan Coleman, Western Bartonshire. 8 Finlay Maurice, Inverclyde. And 9 Kieran Brown, City of Glasgow. So very strong start in lane 3. Alex Titch from Stirling Swim. At least a body length clear of Kyle Connolly between them. Ewan Nielsen. So halfway mark, 32.84. Almost a second ahead. It looks more than a second, to be honest with you, but it's what the board shows. Alex Titch well clear. And probably around 3 or 4 metres clear now. It's all about second. Kyle and Ewan in that contest for second. Kyle still well clear. But coming down the final 10 metres, Alex Titch entry time of 1:19.92. That's a cracking time for Alex. Takes that in 1:10.28. Finishing strongly, Kyle Connolly 1:13.17 and Ewan Nielsen has hit the pads, but not registered yet. There we are at 1:15.54. Good PBs all round for those three lads. Sixteen-year-old backstroke, 1, 2, 3. Cole Morrison, Stirling Swim, Alex Black, Bowness, Thomas Ingalls, Western Bartonshire.
Heat 3 for the boys, we have Empty Lane in lane 0, then Scott Brodie in lane 1 from Inverclyde, 2 Clark Mackingill in Inverclyde, 3 Ludwig Hay from West Dunbartonshire, lane 4 Ciara Campbell from Grangemouth, lane 5 Cameron McMillan from Round Through Braths, lane 6 Finlay Bennett from Rutherglen, lane 7 Blair Headman from Inverclyde, and lane 8 Max Miller from West Dunbartonshire. Just coming up for their first 50 here, and we've got lane 6, Finlay Bennett, just touching first there with a 33.46, good split. Second over was Max Hiller in lane 8. And third was Cami. So as this continued up, so yeah, we've managed to get Finlay still holding his lead there with first to turn. And Max following with lane 3, Ludwig making a play there. And actually in lane 1, Scott Brodie's starting to come through. Looks like Scott Brodie's there going for a second. Can he? I think he's not going to be able to catch up on Finlay Bennett with a great strong first place, a 1:12.25. We had Scott Brodie there with a really good last leg with a 1:14.76 in second, and Ciara Campbell in third for a 1:15. We'll just wait for the scoreboard to update. Okay, quick change on that. We've got Finlay Bennett with a 1:12 as first, Scott Brodie as second with a 1:14, Max Miller as third with a 1:16, and unfortunately, a disqualification.
So just to complete the results for Heat 3, there was a disqualification in lane 4 for a technical infraction. So we move on to the fourth and final heat of event 210. Lane 0, Alex Robin, City of Glasgow. 1, Daniel Convery, North Ayrshire. 2, Jack Doherty Simpson, Scotia. 3, an empty lane 3. 4, Nathan Peoples, Inverclyde. 5, Tom Jeffords, Ren 96. 6, Logan Smith, Motherwell, Wishaw. Empty lane 7. 8, Lucas Kong, City of Glasgow. And 9, Adam Merrick, Cumbernauld. And at the halfway stage, it was Alex Robin in a time of 29.24, followed behind by Logan Smith and Jack Doherty Simpson were your 1, 2, and 3. The boys have turned and are now heading for home. And it is Alex Robin, the 16-year-old from City of Glasgow, who has led from the start and has a powerful finishing there over in lane 0, touching home in a time of 1:03.12, followed by the Scotia swimmer Jack Doherty Simpson, 1:04.90, and the Ren 96 swimmer Tom Jeffords in a time of 1:04.95. That completes event 210, and we move on to the girls 11-year and over 200-meter freestyle. Just because it's coming up for the 200, Robert, I thought you might as well keep them,
Mikhailo Hanazarov, City Glasgow. Nathan Peoples, Inverclyde. Gregor Bryson, Adrian Monklands were our 1, 2, 3 in the 17 over 50 backstroke. Move on to 200 free, first of the 5 heats in 0. Sarah Sampson, Renfrew Bass, empty lane 1. Siobhan Henderson, Rutherglen in 2. 3 Innes Scott, Stirling Swim. 4 Sophie Stark, Mulgan Bearsden, empty lane 5. 6 Ava Service, Dumfries. 7 Carla Young, North Ayrshire. 8 Neve Brooks, East Kilbride. And 9 Eva McCulloch, Red 96. 230s and 240s in this one. So let's see if some of these girls can get close to 230. Now start in this side. Evelyn Cole, Carla Young and Neve Brooks. Separated by less than half a second. Advantage just with Carla in lane 7. Also coming through, Sophie Stark in lane 4. Neve Brooks now just shades it. And approaching halfway mark. So this Kilbride lass, half a body length advantage at the halfway mark. 1:13.86. Well, that was about 39. So another couple of 39s will put her just over the 2:30 mark. Can she just pick up something special in the last 50 or so? Still very tight on this near side. Neve, Carla and Evelyn. Sophie and Innes Scott vying for 4th and 5th, but it's on the near side here where all the action is with 50 to go. Evelyn Coyle coming through to challenge, and 40s there, so we're in the sort of mid 230s here for these 3. Neve Brooks still shades it. Another 2 girls got to find a nice strong turn, get plenty of momentum to put in a challenge here. Neve Brooks off the turn has got that good kick going. Evelyn Coyle, and between them Carla Young trying to put in a late charge, but Neve Brooks has got this one from Evelyn Coyle. Carla Young, that's going to be the 1, 2, 3. 2:31.52, 2:32.28 and 2:32.81. Some very nice PBs, 5, 6, 7 second improvements. Well done to Neve in that outside lane. Lane 8 takes that with a nice improved time. We'll give you the 100 butterfly results for the 11, 13-year-olds. Carla White, Ren 96 first. Olivia Russell, Cumbernauld second. Amy Rowell, City Glasgow third.
Okay, heat 2. We have in lane 0, Lucy McLaughlin from Inverclyde. Lane 3, Elise Leslie from Rutherglen. No swimmer 2 and 3. And then lane 4, we've got Eva Gordon from City and Glasgow. We've got Lauren Dunlop from Dumfries. Lane 6, Iris Ware from Rutherglen. Lane 7, Ella Cunningham, City of Glasgow. Lane 8, Callie Abel from City of Glasgow. And lane 9, Ava Brackenrich from Cumbernauld. So that first split we had in a 33, so good strong position there in lane 4 from Eva Gordon, who's retaining that lead just though, because we've definitely got lane 8, Callie Abel, who has picked up a little bit of the pace, and actually all 6, 7 and 8, 9 swimmers here, all now level pegging with Eva's first quick start out of the blocks. And first to turn there is actually lane 9, Ava Brackenrich, with a 38 split. And she's starting to stretch out and take a wee bit more of a lead there. In this heat, we've got a mixture between 11-year-old right up to 14-year-olds. The 11 is Eva Gordon in lane 4. So one of our younger swimmers here, so doing well to keep up in pace with this. So it looks like she's pulled back a little bit, and lane 9 has dropped back, with Ava dropping back into sort of second and third. Lane 8, there's Callie, who's first to turn, with Ava and Eva turning pretty much the same there, but Ava getting a better push off the block, or push off the turn. So right now Callie's leading there with a faster split. She had one of the fastest splits there as well to Lauren Dunlop, who's worth watching in lane 6 of a 38.67, and Lauren with a 38.75. So good wee comeback for her there in lane 6. She's definitely picking up the pace. So coming up to finish on this, it's going to be really tight, but it does go to Callie in lane 8 with a 228.25, and then just beside her, Ella Cunningham, a cracking last 50 there for the 228.50, and in third there was Eva Gordon, our younger swimmer, with 2.28.72. Really tight heat there, and all of those girls managing to beat their entry times. So that was your first with Callie Abel, second Ellie Cunningham, and third Eva Gordon. And on to the next heat, heat 3 of 5. We have Abigail McGurley from Inverclyde, Olivia Caldwell from Glasgow City. We have lane 2, Rebecca Strachan from City of Glasgow. Lane 3, Eva Waller from North Ayrshire. Lane 4, Hannah Miller from Kintyre. Lane 5, Betty Fisher-Cool from Inverclyde. Lane 6, Caitlin Morton from City of Glasgow. No swimmer, lane 7, and lane 8, Susanna Curran, Kilmarnock. And lane 9, Sophie Brown. First 50 there was from lane 5, Betty Fisher-Cool with a 33.25. Second there was Hannah Miller in lane 4, who actually seems to have managed to take over the lead there just slightly, but is giving a good wee push there. That's Hannah Miller in lane 4. Close beside her is Becky Fisher-Cool, both pushing off very similar. I think Betty just getting a slight edge there on that push. And then we have the Caitlin Morton from City of Glasgow. Just up beside her is 1, 2, and 3 there. We swapped round again. And we've got Hannah Miller pushing off first, but then worth looking out to lane 2. We've got Rebecca Strachan starting to push forward. So Hannah is again going to push off first and get that turn. But yes, Rebecca Strachan, that was an excellent split there. She was the first person there to speed up at a 36.75. So it's definitely picking up the pace. Perhaps slightly drawn back to the 3 girls in the middle again. So first turning there was Hannah. Then over to Rebecca. But Rebecca has taken over Hannah here. It's a really mature swim over here by Rebecca. She's coming in for her last 50. Can she beat Hannah? Yep, she does. Well done, Rebecca. That was a last split of 35. That was a great split. So that was a Rebecca Strachan, 2.235, finishing first. Sorry, 2.23.32. Then Hannah Miller, 2.23.63. And then third, we've got Betty with a 2.24.56. Sorry, 58.
Fourth heat. 0 is Millie McDonald, Cumbernauld, 1 Amber Hinton, Dumfries, empty lane 2. 3 Daisy McInnes, City of Glasgow, 4 Molly Binning, round 96. The remaining swimmers, City of Glasgow, in 5 Anna Campbell, 6 Eva Ross, 7 Daisy Goldie, Empty Lane in 8, and 9 Abigail Crawford. So we have Amy Dobson, who's now in lane 4. Amy, I think, is from... I think she might be from Kingston. Either that or Kintyre. I think it might be Kingston, but it's a City of Glasgow swimmer. Over in lane 3, Daisy McInnes with the advantage at this early stage. 5 City of Glasgow swimmers in this one. Over in lane 1, going very nicely, Amber Hinton. She's just over half a second back on Daisy, 108.55, 109.16. And on the announcing side, Abigail Crawford in 9, 110.07, about a second further back in third. Daisy and Amber, very close between the two. Amy Dobson is from Kingston. She was meant to go in heat 2. And she's been slotted in, maybe just not getting up to register quickly, but we've slotted her in, which is good. She's got the swim. So out the turn, all to play for Amber Hinton. The Dumfries 12-year-old coming through to take it up. She strikes the front just at the right time from her point of view. It looks to be going away, motoring down the final 20. Amber Hinton from Dumfries. 2:25.16 on entry time. Can she get inside 2:20? It's going to be pretty close to that. Fantastic. 2:19.88. Well done, Amber. Lovely PB of over 5 seconds. Daisy McInnes just inside her entry time, 2:22.31. In fact, touched out by her fast finishing teammate Abigail Crawford in lane 9, 2:21.83. Also a lovely improvement, also by around 5 seconds for Abigail in that one.
And this is heat 5, the final heat of event 2-1-11. So lane 0, Chloe Kirk, Mulgine Bearsden. 1, Thea Glenn, the City of Glasgow. 2, Ayla Cochrane, City of Glasgow. 3, Heather Stewart, North Ayrshire. 4, Victoria Niven, City of Glasgow. 5, Emma Creaney, Cumbernauld. 6, Addison Cole, Hamilton. 7, Emma Miller, Kintyre. 8, Rebecca Somerville, Ren 96. And 9, Imogen Barrett, Ren 96. And it's Emma Creaney, the 16-year-old from Cumbernauld, who is leading after the first 50 metres. Turn there in a time of 31.18. Behind her, Chloe Kirk, the 13-year-old from Mulgine Bearsden, 31.79. And Victoria Niven in third, 31.80. So it is Emma Creaney who continues to lead the field as we come down to the halfway mark. The City of Glasgow girls, Victoria Niven and Ayla Cochrane, have now moved themselves into second and third place. But it is Emma Creaney has got herself ahead, but she is being challenged by Victoria Niven, who's within a half a body length of the pace taking there. Ayla Cochrane is in third, as Emma Creaney turns 140.53. Victoria Niven 141.33. Ayla Cochrane 142.27 at the 150. These girls have got less than 2 lengths to go now. And Emma, can she hold this lead? Victoria Niven is on her shoulders. So what can Emma do to hold her off as we come into the closing stages of this race for the girls this afternoon? Victoria is picking up the pace. She's moving fast, but now Emma's just going to hold this, I think, as Emma finishes first, Victoria second, and Ayla Cochrane in third. So Emma's time there, 2:15.22. Victoria, 2:15.34. And Ayla Cochrane, 2:17.10.
14-year-old Butterfly, 123, Sky Buchanan, City, Glasgow, Kaylee Moulton, Rain 96, Erin Ferris, Cumbernauld. 15-year-olds, Grace McElwain, Stirling Swim, Hannah Anderson, Hamilton Bath, Emma Chambers, Cumbernauld.
And we move on to event 212, the boys 11 and over 200 metre freestyle. We have 5 heats. Heat 1, lane 0, Jack Campbell, Hamilton Bath. 2, Jack Trainer, Hamilton Bath. 3, Ryan Crabb, Ren 96. 3, Riley Griffin, Adrian Monklands. 4, Conor McCrory, Inverclyde. 5, Cameron Mather, Inverclyde. 6, Finlay Hiddleston, Dumfries. 7, Cole Murphy, City of Glasgow. 8, Murray Johnson, Ren 96. And 9, Kyle Saunderson, North Ayrshire. And after the first, I'm just looking at this, however, I think there is a change in lane 7. It is not Cole Murphy who's swimming, it's Ali Hattab. And Ali is from City Dumfries. So Ali Hattab turned first at the 50 metres in 31.94. And it is Ali who is continuing to lead the field ahead of Jack Trainer over in lane 1. As Ali turns at the 100 metres halfway mark there in 1:07.31. Conor McCrory 1:09.56. And Finlay Hiddleston 1:09.70. So Ali Hattab continues to lead. Finlay Hiddleston, I think, has got himself into second. Jack Trainer's coming back. I think he's looking like he's in third at the moment. As Ali Hattab, lane 7, turns. He's got 2 lengths to go to finish his race. And it is Finlay Hiddleston alongside him in lane 6, turning second. And Jack Trainer turning in third. So Ali turns the final turn there and heads for home, but he is being challenged by Finlay Hiddleston. And it looks like Finlay has got the advantage as we come into the closing stages of this race this afternoon. And indeed he is going to touch first. Finlay Hiddleston first, Ali Hattab second, and Conor McCrory in third. Times for Finlay, 2:20.68. Ali Hattab, 2:20.95. And Conor McCrory, 2:22.77. So there is a disqualification in lane 4 for a technical infraction. That's going to change the finishing order there. So it's Finlay Hiddleston, Ali Hattab, Jack Trainer. Jack Trainer's time, 2:23.93, sees him into third place.
Heat 2, 0, Josh Gallagher, East Kilbride, 1, Ewan Green, East Kilbride, 2, Jake Ferguson, Grangemouth, 3, Andres Posnick, Ren 96, 4, Alex Stitch, Stirling Swim, 5, Cameron Hamill, North Ayrshire, 6, Andrew Brackenridge, Cumbernauld, Empty Lane 7, 8, Clark Maitland Gill, Inverclyde, and in 9, Abby Mufti, City of Glasgow. It looks like lane 4 just at the moment. Alex Stitch with a slight advantage, might be in fact lane 2. Jake Ferguson, 30.65, just ahead of Alex, 30.81. With Andrew Brackenridge, 30.92 in third. Certainly Jake Ferguson, 14-year-old from Grangemouth, is taking it up about a body length clear. Four swimmers almost on a line here for second. Lane 6 and 9. Andrew Brackenridge turning third. Abby Mufti now gone second. He's almost 2 seconds behind Jake Ferguson, who's really motoring 1:04.30. 3 seconds faster than that previous heat. So if we can keep this going, we're probably something like 2:13 maybe. Jake enters on a 2:20.10. Let's see if he can get this around 35 for this one. It's actually faster. It's 33.62. He is flying. Can he get inside 2:10? Abdi Mufti and Andrew Brackenridge second and third, a long way back. Abdi having a good swim in lane 9. Let's see how Jake Ferguson goes. He's got to come back sub 15 to get under 2:10. It might just be beyond them, but nevertheless a 2:20 to get down by almost 10 seconds is one cracking swim. Probably around the 2:11, 2:12 here. 2:12.37, just ran out of peck at the end. Lane 1 coming in third. Ewan Green, Abdi Mufti 2:15.49 and Ewan Green 2:16.33 in third place. Both improving their times by around 5-6 seconds. A nice 8-second PB almost for Jake. 16-year-old Butterfly, 1, 2, 3, Georgia Reid, Christy of Glasgow, Sarah Stewart, Morgan Beerstein, Corey Hearn, Adrian Monklands.
Okay, moving on to Heat 3. We have in lane 0, Aaron Steele from East Kilbride. Lane 1, Dylan McShane for City of Glasgow. Lane 2, Jude Mulry from City of Glasgow. Lane 3, Seamus Barbary from East Kilbride. 2 empty lanes in lane 4 and 5. Then Aaron Dunn from City of Glasgow. Lane 6, lane 7, Luke Scott, Dumfries. Lane 8, Joe Gartley from City of Glasgow. And lane 9, Aaron Mason in City of Glasgow. So all out very close. Just turning first there was Luke Scott in lane 7 and Aaron Dunn just beside him. With both boys, well actually everybody then coming in with a 30 or just on a 31 for the first split. And just turning off there, see if anybody is actually pushing ahead. I think we've got in lane 2 there, Jude Mowbray. And also in lane 7, Luke Scott has sort of started to push away. He's first to turn off. With then Seamus Barbary in lane 3 and Jude Mowbray as well. All splits there for anybody interested in splits. They are coming in about, Luke was a 32, the others coming in 33, 34. So lane 7, Luke Scott is up against lane 3, Seamus Barbary in lane 3. But Luke is going to get the first turn there at the 150 metre there with his split going to 33. Slightly slower than his second split, but he's got a lead now. And stretching out ahead of Seamus, who still was second after that 150 metre. But as he come down for the last lane, who's got enough fuel in that tank? And Seamus has taken over, and Luke, Seamus in lane 3 has taken over Luke. I think this is going to be Seamus's steal, or does Luke have enough to come back? I think it was just Seamus. Yes, just Seamus there, and then it was Luke for second. So that was Seamus coming in at a 2:09.118. Then Luke Scott, a 2:09.29. And third there was Jude Mowbray with a 2:13.12. All of those times coming under their entry times by a couple of seconds. And that's it confirmed. You had Seamus, Luke, and then Jude for 1, 2, and 3.
And we move on to Heat 4, Lane 0, Rhys Edwards, Dumfries. 1, Finlay Watson, East Kilbride. 2, Tyler Stewart, East Kilbride. 3, Finlay Sang, City of Glasgow, empty lane 4. 5, Lachlan Small, Stirling Swim. 6, Jamie Gilchrist, East Kilbride. 7, Magnus Morris, Ren 96. 8, Callum McLaughlin, City of Glasgow, and an empty lane 9. So at the 50-metre mark, it is Finlay Sang from City of Glasgow in first, Finlay Watson in second, and Jamie Gilchrist in third. Looking at the results for event 210, the boys 11 to 13 100-metre butterfly. First, Finlay Bennett, Rutherglen. 2, Adam Merrick, Cumbernauld. 3, Kyle Connolly, City of Glasgow. 14-year-old boys. First, Tom Jeffords, Ren 96. Second, Alex Tinch, Stirling Swim. Third, Kieran Brown, City of Glasgow. Boys 15-year-old 100-metre butterfly. First place, Jack Doherty Simpson, second from Scotia. Second, Daniel Convery, North Ayrshire. And third, Lucas Kong, City of Glasgow. So we go back to the pool. And it continues to be Finlay Sang leading the field. Finlay Watson in second, and Rhys Edwards in lane 0 got himself up into third. And that seems to be the order as the boys come down to the 150-metre mark. Finlay Sang, Finlay Watson, Rhys Edwards, I think, has just been taken by Jamie Gilchrist in lane 6, who turned third there at 1:37.55. So Finlay turns for the final turn and heads for home. Finlay entered this race this afternoon on a time of 2:09.34. We'll see whether he's going to come in under that. But there is definitely a battle going on for second place. But I think the second place is going to go to lane 7, Magnus Morris. And in third, Jamie Gilchrist. So Finlay finished there in a time of 2:07.44 under his entry time. Magnus Morris, 2:09.44. And Jamie Gilchrist, 2:09.93.
Fifth and final heat, 0, Nathan Peoples from Inverclyde. 1, Ewan Mitchell, East Kilbride. Empty lane 2, 3, Adam Scott, Ren 96. 4, Gregor Skinner, Boness, teammate. 5, Alex Black. 6, Alex Robin, City Glasgow. 7, Tom Jeffers, Ren 96, teammate Harry Keogh in 8. And 9, Callum Ferguson from Rutherglen. 203s through to 208s. Strong start in lane number 3 from Adam Scott. Can Adam get close to that magic 2-minute mark? He's in on a 2:04.13. I think he's capable of maybe getting close to 2:02. We'll see how this one develops. Well clear already. It looks like he's gone about 3 or 4 clear at halfway. 2 bonus lads, Alex Black, Gregor Skinner, trying to keep on terms with him, but a 57.53. Well, chances to get under sub 3 minutes here. It's a very, very composed swim. Looks pretty effortless at the moment. Can we be around 128.5 at the 150 mark? Well, he is 128.61. Well, it's game on to get under 2 minutes here. And flying at the death, Alex Robin from City Glasgow, now gone second ahead of Alex Black and Gregor Skinner. Let's keep your eye on the clock. 1:44 at the turn. Thereabouts, and really motoring, getting the legs going. 10 to the dozen. It's Adam Scott. Let's look at the clock. Can he get under 2 minutes? Adam Scott, Ren 96. Cracking swim, 1:59.16. Very tight. Gregors and Alec Robin almost together. Alex Robin just hangs on. 2:10, 2:02.10, 2:02.14. But what a swim from Adam Scott. Well done, sir. 1:59.14, 15. '16-year-old butterfly, Alex Robin from City Glasgow, from Ludovic Kay in second. Nathan Peebles and Logan Smith in the 17 and over category. Girls 200 free, 11-13-year-olds. First Amber Hinton, Dumfries. 2 Chloe Kirk, Mulganby-Estén. Third Abigail Crawford, City Glasgow. Our 14-year-olds, Addison Cole, Hamilton Bass. 2 Emma Miller from Kintyre, and third Rebecca Strachan, City Glasgow.
Okay, on to the 50 breaststroke, and it's the girls 11 over. So heat 1, 0 Eva Cairnwest from City of Glasgow, 1 Hannah Miller, 2 Lucy Roger, 3 Natasha McNeil, 4 Eva McCulloch, 5 Abby Hennessy, 6 Emma Brown, 7 Kate Stewart, No Lane, 9 Cameron Cochland. And coming up there after the turn, it looks like it's lane 1. Hannah Miller, who's had a good day in the pool this morning or today. And then lane 6, we have Emma Brown challenging in for second, and then it's all to play for 3. Yep, that was Hannah getting the first there with a 41.82. Second, Emma Brown, 42.29. And third and fourth was incredibly close. Third was just pipped, or just got it, Natasha McNeil, 43.43, and Evie McCulloch just missed out with a 43.67. So great swim. And that is your 1, 2, and 3 with Hannah, Emma, and then Natasha.
Okay. Heat 2, lane 0 through to 9. No swimmer, lane 0. 1 Isla Bennett. 2 Amber winning. No, I beg your pardon, no swimmer. 3 Sanjana Gunnerwick-Rama. 4 Neve McGregor. 5 Sharis Crawford. 6 Milo Welsh. 7 Emma Miller. 8 Casey Dixon. And 9 Leodon Howard. And at the turn, as the girls come out, it is the centre of the pool. The Kilmarnock swimmer, Neve McGregor. But she is being challenged by Sanjana Gunnerwick-Rama on her other side. It's whether she can hold on as we come into the closing stages here. It's going to be right down to the touch, but it was Neve McGregor there, 41.87. Sanjana Gunnerwick-Rama, 41.98. And Isla Bennett, 42.31. Heat 3, lane 0 through to 9, Abigail Fagan. Empty lane 1, Leah Rafferty, Blair Duncan, Lewis Herdman, Ada East, Iona Lynn, Kirsty Conway, Isadora Holmes, and Rowan McDonald.
So nice start, Leah Rafferty, Western Bartonshire going nicely in lane 2. Also up there, Isadora Holmes in 8. She might just be the leader. Mulganby-Estén swimmer. Very tight, but a good turn from Leah Rafferty. Coming through very strongly. Leah Rafferty might just be shading this. Very tight for second place. Lewis Herdman. Leah Rafferty, Lewis Herdman, and in 8. Isadora Holmes, I think that might be the 1, 2, 3. Leah Rafferty, 39.67. It was Lewis Herdman, 40.44. Just 300s ahead of Isadora Holmes, 40.47. Blair Duncan, 40.53 in fourth. Very tight for the minor places, but good swim from Leah. Gets under 40 seconds. 15-year-old freestyles. Thea Glenn, City Glasgow, from Betty Fisher-Kirk, Inverclyde, Ella Waller, North Ayrshire. Our 16-year-olds, Emma Craney, Cumbernauld, Victoria Niven, City of Glasgow, Ilya Cochrane, City of Glasgow. Fortunately, a disqualification in that last heat for a technical infraction, lane 9. Heat 4, 0 to 9. Caitlin McCarthy, Ellen White, Lucy McLeod, Katie Gaffney, Hannah Lindsay, Erin Collins, Rachel McGavin, Orla Ross, Caitlin Frame, Lauren Peckover.
Okay, good starts from all the girls there. Now we've got a mix of just turning in the middle. I think right now lane 4, Hannah Lindsay. But yellow cap there in lane 3, Lucy McLeod is coming through. So it's going to be between Lucy and Hannah, I think, here. I think Hannah's just getting in the pool. Who wants it more? Yep, just there in Hannah, sorry, over Lucy. So Hannah there in finishing, Hannah Lindsay with a 38.82. Lucy McLeod with a 38.92. And third there was in lane 6, Rachel Gavin with a 39.89. That was your 1, 2, and 3. Just getting that confirmed. Yep, that was Hannah, Lucy, and Rachel for 1, 2, and 3. And on to Heat 5, 0 to 9. We have Anna Dixon, Ella Cunningham, Daisy McInnes, Rose McDermott, Zuki Smith, Emma Creaney, Charlotte Jones, Rebecca Strachan, Anna Betham, and Olivia McNally.
And so at the turn there, let's see who has the better. I think it's the centre of the pool, but we need to keep an eye on lane 1. Anna Dixon had a good turn there, the Kingston swimmer. Lane 4, Zuzia Smith. Swimming well. Lane 7 coming through, Rebecca Strachan. Oh, that was very tight at the end there. Zuzia Smith, 38.36. Rebecca Strachan, 38.47. And Daisy McInnes touched in third, 39.33. And Heat 6, lane 0 through to 9, Iona Henderson, Betty Fisher-Keogh, Tara Montgomery, Katie Gillis, Amy McAlonan, Ava McDermott, Emma Chambers, empty lane 7, Lily McCarry and Joanna Calder.
Tara Montgomery had a strong start, but Amy McAlonan in 4 coming through to take it up. Also well there, Emma Chambers, or lane 6. Very tight coming down the final stretch. It's Amy McAlonan in 4. Ava McDermott in 5 with a late charge. That's going to be 1, 2, and maybe not lane 8. Lima Carroll. Menace just snuck in there in second. Amy McAlonan 37.43. We'll wait for the time for Eva McDermott. Lily McCarroll 37.96. Was that good for third or second? Eva McDermott's time still to be posted. Well done to Amy McAlonan, 37.43. Might just have to wait, perhaps get a manual time. if the pads haven't been hit hard enough. So just boys, just relax for a wee moment while we just get that final time and confirm that result. Well, it was just a no more. Eamon Byrne did sneak in second place, 37.86 and 37.96 for Lily McCarroll. That result now confirmed. Well done, ladies. We'll give you the boys freestyle 1, 2, 3 later. Heat 1, 0 to 8. Caleb Wilson, Torrin Mazzaretti, Craig Wadsworth, Gordon McGregor, Sam Hayden, Nicholas Sent, empty lane 6, Dylan Williamson, Samuel McEwen.
Okay, nice start there from the 4 boys nearest to me. So lane 5, 6, 7 and 8 there. We've got Nicholas and Hamish, 5 and 6, and then Dylan and Samuel. So in the centre though, it's become lane 5, Nicholas just pulling ahead there. I think this is going to be his race. With next to him is Sam. And then in lane, that was Nicholas Sent, and then Sam Haddon for second. And then we had Dylan in lane 7, Dylan Williamson at a 44.38. So that was Nicholas Sent, 41.68 for first. Second, we've got Sam Haddon, 42.78. And then third, Dylan Williamson in lane 7 with a 44.38 for your 1, 2 and 3. Second heat, lane 0 to 9, we have Hugh Ohana, Brendan Wong, Connor McCrory, Jared Conter, Kyle Morrison, no swimmer in lane 5, Ewan Nielsen, Craig Hartley, Advi Conversara, Ali Hatton.
And as the boys turn and head for home, it's Kyle Mossman, the 13-year-old from the city of Glasgow, who took an early lead, had a good turn there, and is going to finish in first place here. A little bit of a battle going on for second, but I think it's going to be Ewan Nielsen, and it is the Cumbernauld swimmer, with Gerard Gonter from City of Glasgow in third. So Kyle Mossman's time there, 37.83. Ewan Nielsen, 39.51. And Gerard Gonter, 40.50.
Eleven to 30-year-old boys freestyle. Lachlan Small, Stirling Swim, Aaron Machin, City Glasgow, Finlay Hiddleston from Fries.
Heat 3, lane 0 empty, 1 through to 9. Tyler Morris, Matthew Lees, Kieran Brown, Jack Campbell, Joe Carty, Kia Campbell, Cameron Hamill, Max Miller, Jake Ferguson.
So 2 middle lanes going well. Joe Carty, Jack Campbell. A little between the two. Also up there is Matthew Lees in lane 2 and Tyler Maurice in lane 1. Out the turn, it's just the City Glasgow boy, Joe Carty, I think, with a minor advantage, but coming through very strongly in lane 1. Tyler Maurice, Matthew Lees. Tyler Maurice, Matthew Lees, that's the 1-2. And Joe Carty, I think, might have just snatched third. Tyler Maurice, 37.43. Matthew Lees, 37.78. And very close. Joe Carty by 200s from Jack Campbell, 38, 73 and 75 respectively. Heat 4, empty lane 0, 1 to 9, 1 Ryan Crabb, Andrews Posnick to Adrian Thompson, Callum Ferguson, Joe Crawford, Jimmy Lynn, Lucas Craw, empty lane 8, and Lucas Kong.
Okay, that was 2 good starts there from the Scotia boys. Joe Crawford and Jimmy Lynn there in 5 and 6. But then just over the turn, then the Glasgow guys, 3rd and 4th, Callum Ferguson and Joe Crawford, Aidan Thompson in 3. I think this is going to be 4, lane 4, Callum Ferguson to touch. Yep, and then Aidan Thompson gets 2nd, and then Jimmy Lynn in 3rd place with a 36.22. So that was your first for Callum Ferguson with a 35.06. 2nd, Aidan Thompson with a 35.56. And then in lane 6, Jimmy Lynn in 3rd for 36.22. Just waiting for this to be confirmed. Yep, that's Callum for 1st, 2nd Aidan, and Ginny Lynn for 3rd for your 1, 2 and 3. Heat 5, Ross McGee, Ben Gant, Cameron McMillan, Oscar Magoo-Sharrett, no lane 4, Finlay Bennett, Aaron Macon, Gregor Skinner, Finlay Bryan, and Riley Griffin.
So some good starts by the boys. Gregor Skinner, the Bowness swimmer, swimming well, as is Finlay Bennett. It's a bit of a battle going on here for first place. It's going to be very tight, but it was Finlay Bennett who got that, followed by Ben Grant over in lane 1 and Gregor Skinner in 3rd place. Finlay Bennett 34.72. Ben Grant into 2nd place by 2/100ths of a second and a time of 34.77, and Gregor Skinner 34.92. And heat 6, lane 0, Callum McLaughlin, Aidan McCavish, Lachlan Small, Callum MacArthur, Finlay Sang, Jake Percy, Jack Doherty Simpson, empty lane 7, Fraser van der Meulen and Cole Morrison.
So lane 4, Finlay Chang, I think just marginal advantage over Callum MacArthur. Coming through to try and challenge in lane number 6. Jack Doherty Simpson, but no doubt about the winner. Finlay Chang, Callum MacArthur, tight for 3rd, lane 2 perhaps, Lachlan Small. Finlay Chang, 33.16. Callum MacArthur was 2nd, we'll wait for the time to come up. 3rd place, Lachlan Small, 34.09. I'm convinced that was the 1, 2, 3, but just can wait for Callum's time to come through. Somewhere between 33.16 and 34.09. Probably around the 33.70 mark. So that concludes our breaststroke. 14-year-old 200 free. Tom Jeffers, Ren 96. Rhys Edwards, Dumfries. Callum Ferguson, Rutherglen. 15-year-olds. Adam Scott, Ren 96. Ewan Mitchell, East Kilbride. And there we have the confirmed result. Lachlan Small 34.09, Jake Percy 34.40. Well, that's better. Finlay Chang 33 16, 33.46. Cal MacArthur was in fact second, as I suspected. Lachlan Swall, 34.09 in third place. 16-year-olds Alex Robin, City Glasgow, Gregor Skinner, Bowness, and Alex Black, third, also from Bowness. Our 17-year-olds Nathan Peoples, Inverclyde, was the only swimmer in that.
Okay, so we kick off to the last event, and that's 215, the girls 11 and over, 200 IM. And in lane 0, we have Isadora Holmes from Mulgai and Bearsden. Lane 1, Rose Gurley from Wren 96. Lane 2, Amy Black from Bowness. Lane 3, Ava Service from Dumfries. Lane 4, Zara Dunn from City of Glasgow. Lane 5, Lula Milne from City of Glasgow. Lane 6, Honor McCarty from Inverclyde. Lane 7, Innes Scott from Stirling. Lane 8, Niamh Brooks from East Kilbride. And lane 9, Sophie Moonry from City of Glasgow. As the girls turn for the first 50, we've got Zara Dunn in lane 4 from City of Glasgow, with a split there of 37.07, but very close beside her was Amy Black in lane 2 with a 37.64. So on to the backstroke here. We have our Glasgow swimmer Zara Dunn strengthening that lead there in the last 100 back and switching over. That was our 100 in for a 119.11. Interestingly, though, the Niamh Brooks did a faster split in that second 50 than everyone else, so she's gaining a wee bit of speed there in lane 2, and she finished her 100 at 124.80. That was in lane 8. So we switch over and look at the breaststroke turns. I think we've still got our Zara in lane 4 holding on to a stronger lead there and taking a stronger lead with our breaststroke. Now a good body and a half in front of everyone else. Her colleague just beside her, Lula Milne, and then Honor is also just coming up there with the breaststroke. That was a strong breaststroke split, actually. She's just taken over there for second place. A good split there of 48. In comparison to everybody else was doing a 52 split there. Just Amy Black in lane 2 that did, everyone else was over 52. So that Honor really pulled it in her breaststroke there. But Zara in the freestyle has got the strength and is coming and bringing this home with a great sprint there. She finishes well there with a 2:50. Her entry time is a 2:59, so that's a good 9 seconds PB. Second there was Honor with a 2:54.47, and third just beside her there was Lula Milne. It was a strong freestyle split there from 2:57. So that was your third place, all in the centre of the pool. Just get that confirmed. Just waiting for the board to update here. Just relax, swimmers. Just waiting for the board to get updated on the official results there for the first heat. Yeah, 2 and 6. Okay, and unfortunately we have 2 disqualifications in lane 0 and lane 6, so that is going to change the scoreboard. And the positions for 1, 2, and 3, unfortunately. Yeah. I think just while we wait for that board to be updated, I can give you some results of event 213, the girls 11 to 13, 50 breaststroke. In first place was Katie Gillis, then Daisy McInnes for second, and Ella Cunningham for third. And then the 14-year-olds, first place was Rebecca Strachan, Joanna Calder in second, and Hannah Lindsay for third. And that's the board getting updated with the official results. So we did have Zara Dunn in first place with a 250.69. Lula Milne, 257 for 2.2, and into third place there was Neve Brooks, very closely as a 257.35.
Okay, so the event 213, the girls 15-year-old 50-meter breaststroke, I beg your pardon. First place, Lily McCarry, Ren 96. Second, Betty Fisher-Keogh, Ren Inverclyde. And third, Zuzia Smith, Grangemouth. And heat 2 of event 215. Lane 0, Hannah Lindsay, Hamilton Baths. 1, Amy Dobson, Kingston. 2, Lewis Herdman, Inverclyde. 3, Carla Young, North Ayrshire. 4, Erin Lockery, Stranraer. 5, Charlotte Craig, Ren 96. 6, Abby McMillan, City of Glasgow. 7, Emily Dawson, Milngavie and Bearsden. 8, Anjali Pavry, City of Glasgow. And 9, Abigail Fagan, Ren 96. And the girls come up to the turn after the first 50. It is Amy Dobson, the Kingston swimmer, who turns first there in a time of 35.26. Emily Dawson in behind her, and Erin Lockery in third. As the girls move into the backstroke, Erin Lockery swimming well, as is Emily Dawson there. But it is Amy Dobson who turns first there, I think. Erin Lockery, I think, got herself up into second. And then it's Emily Dawson and Anjali Pavry. I think Anjali has just got the edge ahead of Emily for third there. But in fact has got herself into first place turning there. 1:19.66. Amy Dobson, 1:20.16, and Emily Dawson, 1:20.79. So to complete the results for event 213, the girls' 16-year-old 50-meter breaststroke. First place, Amy McAlonan, Ren 96, Tara Montgomery, Stirling Swim second, and Emma Creaney, Cumbernauld third. 17-year-old 50-meter breaststroke, Ava McDermott, Milngavie and Bearsden first, and Erin Collins, Grangemouth second. So as I look back to the pool, everything looks to have changed. And we have Hannah Lindsay over in lane 0 leading the field as she comes into the turn, followed by Amy Dobson and Anjali Pavry in third. As the girls move into the final 50 metres of their 200 IM, it is the Hamilton Bath swimmer, Hannah Lindsay, who's got herself a body length ahead as she turns and heads for home. In behind her, Amy Dobson and Anjali Pavry in third. As Hannah is really kicking for home now. She's got herself several body lengths ahead of the field. This is going to be her race this afternoon. Can Anjali catch Amy? Very tight in the finish there. But it was Amy Dobson who came in second in behind Hannah Lindsay, with Anjali Pavry in third. Great swim from the girls this afternoon. So Hannah Lindsay's time there, 2:46.68. Amy Dobson, 2:49.32. And Anjali Pavry, 2:49.53. In that heat, there was a disqualification in lane 4 for a technical infraction.
The 50 breaststroke.
And another disqualification in lane 1 for a technical infraction. So we'll just wait for the confirmed finishing order for that heat. Not sure we're going to get it. Yes, we are. Hannah Lindsay, Anjali Pavri, and Emily Dawson are your 1, 2, and 3.
We'll give you the 50 breaststroke 1, 2, 3 in just a wee moment. Lachlan Small, Stirling Swim. Fraser van der Muller, Stirling Swim. Finlay Bennett, Rutherglen are 1, 2, 3. And the 14-year-olds, Callum MacArthur, Mulgan Bearsden, Aidan McCavish, Bowness, Callum Ferguson, Rutherglen. 15-year-olds, Finlay Chang, City Glasgow, Jack Doherty Simpson, Scotia, Aidan Thompson, City Glasgow. Just complete those results. 16-year-old breaststroke, Gregor Skinner, Bowness, Ross McGee, Rutherglen, Oscar Morgan, Sharratt, City Glasgow. 17 over, Jake Percy, Hamilton Bass, Ben Grant, City Glasgow. Now on to Heat 3. In 0, Lucy Hunter, Motherwell and Wishaw. 1 is Ciara Middleton, Stirling Swim. 2, Kirsty Conway, Inverclyde. 3, Amber Hinton, Dumfries. 4, Daisy Goldie, City Glasgow. Empty lane in 5. 6, Cara Gumbrell, 996. 7, Sanjana Gunawikrama, City Glasgow. 8, Caitlin Morton, City Glasgow. And 9, Sophie Brown, East Kilbride. So at the butterfly section, Amber Hinton with a slight advantage. Now on to 50 metres of backstroke. Daisy Goldie coming through to put in a challenge to Amber. Also going well. In lane 1, Ciara Middleton and Sanjana Gunawikrama in lane 7. It's changed a little bit on the backstroke section. Still Amber Hinton, Ciara Middleton and Daisy Goldie vying for 2nd and 3rd. Halfway mark. Can things change drastically on to breaststroke? Amber Hinton, 1:19.88. Oh, she's got 2nd or so advantage. Daisy Goldie trying to make a move, as is Ciara Middleton. And it's still Amber Hinton. Well, that gap maybe just closing a little bit. Both Daisy and Ciara closed that down a little bit. Much better turn though for Amber. Just managed to open a gap up again. So the Dumfries swimmer just shades it. 2 12-year-olds, Daisy Goldie, Ciara Middleton 13. All to play for, very tight with the freestyle to come. 2:10.32, 2:10.86 and 2:10.09. I don't think that's the right touch for Ciara. She turned in 3rd. So half a second or so between the two in 3 and 4. Well, 3 and 4 are going to probably finish 1 and 2. Cracking turn for Amber Hinton. Just got that little bit of momentum and she's gone about a body length clear. Amber Hinton coming down. 10 to go. Amber Hinton is going to take this. Daisy Goldie will be 2nd. Amber Hinton, cracking swim from both girls. 2:44.06, 2:44.85. And Ciara Middleton, 2:47.06. Improving their times by the best part of 5 seconds plus. Well done, girls. First, 2nd and 3rd in that 3rd heat. Just wait for that to be confirmed. Hopefully everything's all good in that one.
Okay, on to Heat 4 out of 5. In lane 0, we've got Hannah Miller from Kintyre. Lane 1, Olivia Caldwell from City of Glasgow. Lane 2, Lily McCarthy from Rend 96. Lane 3, Olivia Russell, Cumbernauld. Lane 4, Abigail McCartney from Inverclyde. Lane 5, Sophie Allison from Weston Bartonshire. Lane 6, Isla Waller from North Ayrshire. Lane 7, Amy Rowell from City of Glasgow. No swimmer, lane 8. And lane 9, we have Ava Gordon. So first to turn there is lane 7, Amy Rowell with a 33.883. Second, Olivia. And third, we have there in Sophie Allison in lane 5. Onto the back, it looks like in lane 7, Amy's still managing to hold on to her lead there. Turning first, followed quite quickly by lane 5, Sophie Allison. And Sophie Allison from Weston Bartonshire. Lane 3, though, is Olivia Russell from Cumbernauld, is managing to catch up, whether or not she's able to pull away from lane 7, Amy Rowell from City of Glasgow there. Nope, Amy was touching first there with her 100, a 42.52 split there. So right now, Amy is just leading, with Sophie following and maybe just starting to edge onto that wall. And then in lane 3, we've got it very close with Olivia. I think Olivia getting a good push off the wall there. She looks as though she may have the stronger breaststroke. She's really stretching out here. And then just beside her as well, coming through in the breaststroke, in lane 2 is Lily McCarley. But this is a great swim in the breaststroke leg. From lane 3, Olivia Russell touching first, with Lily McCarley coming in second and onto the freestyle. So, does lane 3 Olivia Russell have what it takes to stay ahead in her freestyle? She's certainly going to turn first here, but she may be getting caught by Sophie Allison in lane 5. Right now she's holding it. Sophie has got a good strong freestyle, so it does look as though she's edging away. Yep, this looks like it's going to be Sophie over Olivia. Sophie just touching there for first, then Olivia coming in, and third there goes to Amy Rowell in lane 7. Cracking swim there from Sophie Allison, 241.49. Olivia Russell, 242.73. And third place in lane 7, Amy Rowell, 245.03. And that is it, confirmed Sophie, Olivia and Amy as 1, 2 and 3 as we go into our last heat of the day.
And as Wendy says, we move on to the final heat of event 215, and it's the final race of today's racing here at Tollcross. So the swimmers are lane 0, Emma Miller, Kintyre; 1, Erin Ferris, Cumbernauld; empty lane 2, 3, Ayla Cochrane, City of Glasgow; 4, Zuzia Smith, Grangemouth; 5, Victoria Niven, City of Glasgow; 6, Emily Dickens; 7, Skye Buchanan; 8, Georgia Reid, all City of Glasgow; and 9, Chloe Kirk, Milngavie and Bearsden. And after the first 50, it was Emily Dickens from City of Glasgow turned first. Zuzia Smith's in behind her, and Georgia Reid third, as the girls move into the backstroke. And I think it's Zuzia Smith who's got herself ahead and is taking the lead now. Erin Ferris swimming well over there in lane 1. Victoria Niven, she's also in the mix, but it's Zuzia Smith who's going to turn first into the breaststroke 50-metre section of this race in a time of 1:12.49. Emily Dickens second and Erin Ferris third. As we know, things can change in the breaststroke section, but Zuzia Smith is continuing to hold off the rest of the field as she turns first. Not a lot then to call between Erin Ferris and Victoria Niven. But I think Erin has got the lead ahead of Victoria there, as Zuzia continues to lead as she comes down to the turn at 150 and goes into the freestyle. Erin Ferris in behind her, and it's Emily Dickens now in third place. So Zuzia Smith using her experience to turn first. She's getting herself further ahead of the field as she turns and heads for home, and the battle is going to be on behind her. I think that Erin Ferris is trying to challenge Zuzia, but I think she's going to run out of water there, and what it will be Zuzia Smith 1, Erin Ferris 2nd, and Victoria Niven got herself back into the mix and in 3rd place there. So the time, Zuzia Smith 2:34.82, Erin Ferris 2:36.47, and Victoria Niven 2:37.67. So that completes this meet for this weekend. Thank you very much to everybody who has joined us on live stream. Thank you to all our spectators all today, to our swimmers, coaches, team managers, to all the volunteers behind the scenes, and to our technical officials. We couldn't have done it without you. Thank you very much. All that remains for me to do is to wish you all a happy Christmas and a good New Year when it comes. We are all back here to do the same again on the weekend of the 14th and 15th of January. So from myself, Jackie Smith, Wendy Kirk and Robert Taylor, I say goodbye and safe journey home, everybody.